Hi, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a poet, artist, and author and linguist from Trinidad and Tobago in the Southern Caribbean. And it is Carnival Saturday. And that means this is the day for Panorama Finals. Panorama is our annual national steel band competition. Now, I'm recording here in the afternoon. It's afternoon time, heading for evening. The sun is starting to go down, actually. So this is a time when a lot of cars would be up and down. You probably might hear a dog barking in the background. I mean, if there's any background noise, I would just kindly ask you, please ignore it to whatever extent that you can. And yeah, let's make the best of this moment. So what I wanted to do is share a piece of my Panorama poem, which is about Panorama Finals. And it's called Big Time Badjohn. And well, I'll read it first and then, well, not the whole poem, but a little portion of it. There are, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stanzas. And I'm going to read 3 of them for you. This poem is available in my book, We Talk Poetry, and I'll tell you a little more about that afterwards. But let's get straight into the poem. Big Time Badjohn. A beaten pan, a beaten man. Ping-a-ling, bam-a-ling, bang. It go be ruction and bacchanal tonight. When you see it have steel band fight. Bottle a pelting, blade a pulling out, but it go be me and you contesting each bout. Who go beat pan and hammer out song and make one set of mass all over town. When you see Panorama Finals come, we go have all you on the run. You go scat like rat when you hold your stick. But all how you make music, you're getting licks. Okay, so just to explain, for those of you who may not be familiar with Trini Creole English, Badjohn is like a rogue kind of character, like a cross between a rogue and a bandit. So Badjohn, we put those 2 words together and we get Badjohn. Okay, that's like a person who's like a gangster kind of character. Okay, and back in the day, maybe those who are more familiar, who maybe from the generation before me, you could speak to this. But back in the day, like I would say, maybe in the, I don't know, maybe 40s, 50s, 60s, steel pan men were considered notorious because they were considered gangsters. They used to, like, I guess during these steel band competitions, they used to often erupt into gang. I don't know if gang warfare is the right word. Warfare might be too strong of a word, but they used to have these inter-gang rivalries, and there used to be like some serious fights and so on. So like back in the day, most respectable parents did not want their kids to be associated with steel pan or steel bands or anything. It's very different now. I mean, steel pan is our national instrument, the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago. It was invented here in Trinidad and Tobago. And now there is a great deal of respect that is generally attached to our national instrument. But initially, that was not the case. With this poem, what I've tried to do is recreate that kind of Badjohn feel, but together with the euphoria of the modern form of the competition. So tonight it's Panorama Finals, as I think I mentioned. And usually I listen on the radio. Yes, I still listen to the radio, believe it or not. I love being able to pump up my volume and like get it to the volume that I want it to be at. To get the sound really vibrant and like filling the room. But chances are tonight I'm going to look at it on TV. So Panorama Finals have this kind of euphoric kind of electricity in the atmosphere, right? And I've never been to Panorama Finals, but you can tell when you listen to the coverage whether it's on TV, especially on radio. I think I kind of feel like some of that is lost on TV. I could be wrong, but anyway, if you are interested in tuning in this evening, you can. I know that they tend to cover this to broadcast the Panorama Finals on I-95.5. That's a common I and then 95.5 FM. You can find them online. And the competition starts at 7 o'clock. It goes until 11 p.m. And what you're gonna have today would be the finals for the big bands, and you're gonna see some wonderful musicianship together with some wonderful just real physicality as people dance around as they're beating the pans and doing all kinds of interesting things. I mean, I think it's really quite spectacular. Some people may find it too noisy, I know that, but for us Trinis, we recognize the tunes most times that people would be playing, and so I think that adds to our enjoyment as well. But the melodies are really wonderful, for people who are real pan aficionados, real pan enthusiasts, then they would probably enthusiasts. Anyway, for people who are really into pan, they would be able to tell you, okay, this arrangement was superb, or that arrangement was really spectacular, or whatever. I mean, I just enjoy the energy, and you can hear the difference between the groups. Like, you can tell which ones have this really kind of special quality to the energy that they produce. Energy is the best word that I can find. The vibe is just very electric, and I mean, that's the best word I can use. Electric is the word. The music tends to be very lively, very loud, very rhythmic, and if you are tuning in, you can benefit from the commentary of the stage side commentators who would tell you which bands are coming on and what the performances were like and so on. So if you're not familiar with pan, you can enjoy that aspect as well. Have I left anything out? So let me just go through the poem very quickly. So Big Time Badjohn. So yes, this poem is about Panorama Finals, and I tried to recreate that kind of Badjohn gang rivalry kind of thing, but without the violence, without the actual violence, right? But you've got the same aggression, because I mean, these pan people are coming out to win. I mean, they're coming out because they want to be the band that's on top, right? So that's why it's called Big Time Badjohn. But yeah, it's really about the modern Panorama Finals. A beaten pan, a beaten man, right? So beaten somebody, but not physically, but competitive wise. Ping-a-ling, bam-a-ling, pang. So that's like the sound of the pan, but it's also the sound of a fight. Okay, it go be ruction. Ruction means like confusion, a set of noise. And bacchanal, confusion tonight. When you see it have steel band fight. Bottle air pelting, blade air pulling out. So back in the day, they used to break bottles and pull out blades and stuff to, as part of that whole kind of physical rivalry, right? But bottle air pelting, blade air pulling out, but it go be me and you contesting each bout. So now I'm making it sound like a boxing match, right? Who go beat pan and hammer out song, right? So you're beating pan and you're hammering out songs. So hammering gives that sense of strength and that strength that goes into beating the pans, right? I mean, no, they're not hammering on the pans. I mean, they're producing beautiful music, but there's that sense of strength, And who go beat pan and hammer out song and make one set of mass all over town. So mass is like masquerade, so it's carnival time, but mass here also means like confusion. You're making mass, you're making confusion, right? All over tongue. We don't say town, we say tongue. All over tongue means like all over the place, right? For everybody to see. When you see Panorama Finals come, we go have all you on the run. All you means all of you. You go scat like rat, scat like rat. Okay, you'll get lost like a rat. When you hold your stick, because of course you're beating the pans with pan sticks. But all how you make music, you're getting licks. Licks means like a licking, a beating, right? So, I've never been to Panorama Finals, but I have a friend who has, and she's read this whole poem. I sent it for her when I first wrote it, which was maybe a good decade ago or so. And she said that I really captured the euphoria and the energy, the excitement of actually being there live, and she was wondering how I did it. But actually, just from listening to Panorama Finals on the radio, man, the energy comes across so clearly. Forgive me for using the same words over and over, but I just can't find any other words to describe just how out of this world, how explosive this whole experience can be. So if you're from Trinidad and Tobago, do let me know. Will you have you ever been to Panorama Finals? And even if you're not from Trinidad and Tobago, but you've been here before, have you ever been here for Carnival? And have you been to the Panorama Finals? What was it like for you? Can you tell us what it was like? And for those of you who are not from Trinidad, do you think you're going to tune in this evening to see what this is all about? All right, well, that's it for now. I'm gonna get going. I have a couple things to do before I settle down to Panorama at 7 o'clock. I just have about an hour to get a couple things done. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. And maybe I should read it one last time, just so that now that you know what everything means, I'll read it again, okay? Big time Badjohn. A beaten pan, a beaten man. Ping-a-ling, bam-a-ling, pang. It go be raction and bacchanal tonight. When you see it have steel band fight. Bottle a pelting, blade a pulling out. But it go be me and you contesting each bout. Who go beat pan and hammer out song. And make one set of mass all over town. When you see Panorama Finals come, it go have a we go. When you see Panorama Finals come, we go have all you on the run. You go scat like rat when you hold your stick. But all how you make music, you're getting licks. Okay, those kinds of poems are always fun to do, Anyway, you can find this poem in my book, We Talk Poetry, which is available on Amazon. It's available in 3 different versions. There is a coloring book version with the artwork from the book, and there is also an all Trini Creole English version where all the poems are the original poems written in Trini Creole English, which we also call dialect. But the proper term is Trini Creole English. And then there's a 3rd version, which is in Trini Creole English and Standard English. So you have the poems side by side so that they're easy to compare. You have the poems side by side so that they're easy to compare. And, you can, if you're not familiar with Trini Creole English, everything would be very, pretty easy to follow and understand once you have the Standard English version there to help you. So 3 different versions available on Amazon. I do hope you'll check them out, and I definitely hope that you'll take in some Panorama Finals. By the way, are you a Badjohn? Let us know.